All right, welcome back to the channel. Max Tornow here, and in this video, I want to talk about the business model with the highest profit margins if you do it correctly and why that is so. So if you like the idea of creating a business or scaling your business in a way so you keep most of the money that you're getting with very, very little expenses and very, very high profits, then pay attention now because I'll be revealing it to you. And in all honesty, if you know this channel, you won't be very surprised, but I'm still going to drop some very, very interesting knowledge for you. So pay attention. Let's get started.
Have you ever wondered whether there's more to life than a boring dead-end 9-to-5 job? Have you ever dreamed about breaking free, traveling the world, making good money, and just enjoying life? No more office dress code, no morning commute, no boss. This channel is for you, so here's to your freedom.
All right, so the answer is online coaching, online service providing. Okay, why is the profit margins there so extremely high? And if you do a little bit of research, you will find that out too. There's actually only two business models, business branches that out-profit online coaching, and that is number one, the pharma industry, and number two, arms dealing. Anything else is around the realm of online coaching, online service providing. But the question is, why are the profit margins so damn high? And I kind of want to divide this into two levels here. On number one, the base level, when you're when you're getting started, when you're new, when you're starting from zero, why can you start with such high profits already? And then second, the scale level, as you're scaling it, as you're automating it, can the profits still be very, very high? And that's what we'll be talking about now. So the first point when it comes to the base level is of course, you don't have a physical product as online coaching. The product that you're selling is your expertise, right? And your expertise is not bound to the physical realm. It's there, you have it, you live it, right? So that's huge. If you ask anybody that has that sells a physical product about their profit margins, they all say well, our revenue is relatively high, but bottom end, not so much is coming out. Right? Not so much will be profit for me. And it's actually very interesting. Every time I talk to someone with a physical product, we talk about revenue numbers. They're less excited about revenue numbers because for them, revenue and profit are very different. But for online coaching, revenue almost equals profit. Pure profit is really, really insane, other than the time that you're investing. But even there, as you're scaling it, which is something we'll talk about in a second, your time gets less and less involved, but you make more and more money, and the profits stay very, very high. So you don't have a physical product. That connects to you don't have a physical place you have to be. You don't need to rent an office. Let's say, for example, you're an online coach for fitness. You don't have to rent a gym whatsoever. That also means no travel cost, right? Back in the days, 20 years ago, if you were an expert for something, you'd have to go drive somewhere to meet a client, right? Or the client would have to come to you, which doesn't only cost you your own time where you're not getting paid because you have to go there, but also again, you don't have to pay rent for anything other than, the apartment that you live in. Which obviously comes with huge opportunity costs because if you don't have to travel anywhere, you have much more time in your day, right? You don't have to commute to anywhere, and obviously you're less stressed, and the opportunity cost alone that you're saving yourself is very, very big. Also, you don't need any equipment, right? This is something that is not to be underestimated as an online coach. I have a professional cinematography and videography and photography team now, but as I got started, I didn't need that. In fact, I was my own videographer, and when I got started, there was these little handy cams. You don't even remember that. The guy behind the camera, these little $200 Sony handy cams that would record in 480p. Nowadays, the phone has a way better camera. I mean, I can record 4K 60 frames per second with the new iPhone. It's incredible. So no, you do not need a lot of equipment to get started. In fact, you can deliver your expertise to your clients literally just with your phone, a laptop if you prefer a laptop. I prefer a laptop, and you need Wi-Fi, right? And Wi-Fi nowadays is for free anyway. You can go to any Starbucks, order a water if you will, right? So that's a very, very nice thing. Like I said, you're completely location independent, you're time independent. Those are really good things. And also, this is something that most people underestimate, that most people get wrong. You don't need employees when you're getting started. Okay, we have clients in our program that bank in the first 10K a month. We have clients that make 50K, 70K a month completely alone with no employee, nothing, just with a very streamlined process of getting clients and a very easy process of delivering their expertise to the clients. And again, they're spending way less time on it than comparatively to an online to a 9-to-5 job or other online physical product type of programs. and at the same time, they're making way more money, right? So that is why this online coaching model works so well and can give you so much profit. And also, obviously, you don't need a big social media following. Okay, get away from that thought of like, oh, I have to invest tons of time and maybe even money into building a following, building a brand. Maybe I have to invest ads and stuff like that. Ads can come way later. Once you're making your 50K, 20K, 10K a month, you can then use ads. But obviously here, the profit margins are still extremely high if and only if you focus on the proper niche with delivering value to people with buying power and with proper pricing. It's a little more intricate for a video like this. So, this is something that we teach our clients, for example, to say, okay, this is how you position yourself properly so you can ensure that you get very high profit margins, okay? And obviously this is, for me as a coach and my team, that's amazing to see our clients go from zero to making their first 4 to 5 figures a month and seeing that revenue almost equals entirely their profit. And that's really sick to see as their mentor, to see, wow, what we're doing is replicable. It's getting results over and over again for more and more people from all kinds of different backgrounds. And most of these people, like I said, they have no experience in business, no experience in selling before. It just works, and that's really nice. Now, by the way, on a side note, check out our podcast. If you think, oh, the YouTube videos here a little too shallow, I want to go a little bit more of depth, check out our podcast. This is me, myself, and our head sales coach, Nikita Gunkowicz. We're going way more in depth in our podcast. We're going to show the link to the podcast somewhere here right now. Also linked down in the description. Especially important when you're commuting, when you're maybe at the gym, or you're sitting at your job and you have nothing to do. Go check out our podcast, listen to it. It's very great, very valuable, and it's also very entertaining. I've gotten very great feedback about that podcast. So definitely check it out, link in the description. And let's talk about it on a scale level. Now, scaling, that's where it gets a little bit more complicated. Scaling is something that many people do wrong, and they maybe make more revenue, but their profit margins get smaller and smaller. So scaling, only if you do these things right will you be able to continuously get a lot of high profit margins, right? Again, we teach that to our clients. We make sure that they're getting high profit margins. And like I said, you need to focus on proper positioning. Most people make the mistake. They say, oh, I want to have a big brand. I want to help as many people as possible because I can, in fact, help everybody, right? Basic example is, for example, you're into fitness. Now, someone who's relatively inexperienced says, okay, well, I want to have a big brand and help all kinds of people. I don't care if the person is a 35-year-old woman, or a mother, or an 18-year-old guy that just came out of college, or a 22-year-old entrepreneur. I don't care, I can help all of them, and I believe you, because you probably can if you have that expertise. But at the same time, you want to position yourself in a way where you can ask for high prices, right? Where you don't need 100 clients to get to 10K, but 4, right? Which brings you to the next point. People say like, oh, I want to create an info product, right? Because I have a lot of high profit margins if I have an info product, because the info product is here, right? And people just buy it. Completely disregarding the fact that people are very rarely getting actual results from an info product without being held accountable, without having someone who gives them feedback. It is still not a good thing, because an info product, you'd still have to sell over a funnel, over webinars and whatnot, and that means you can't ask for high prices. Again, if you have a $100 info product, you need to sell 100 info products to get to $10,000 a month, right? Now, it still takes you the same amount of marketing. It still takes you the same amount of work to get to these, to sell each and every info product. So you can say now, oh, instead of selling a $100 info product, I sell $2,500 of coaching with me. All right. Again, same amount of marketing, same amount of effort you got to put in into getting one client, but instead of getting 100, you get $2,500, right? Just an example. And that, again, you all need to do is sell 4 people within 31 days, and you get to $10,000 a month. Again, through proper positioning. There's a lot of intricacies that go into that. And now you might say, like, but yeah, now I have to coach all these people with the info products. They just get this. Again, here you can do so many things to greatly automate that process, especially later on when you're scaling these things. You can transition from one-on-one coaching to group coaching. You can hire people who help you coach, because 90% of the issues that your clients are going to have can be fixed by someone who's not you, right, can be fixed by someone who deploys the proper mindset in them to make sure that they execute, to give them feedback, etc. So you can slowly but steadily remove yourself more and more from the process of working in the business and getting more into working on the business, right? You'll make yourself obsolete as the founder and, you know, the CEO of this whole endeavor. So proper positioning, and this is again like that positioning needs to start at the base level already. That's why I said earlier, the base level is important, okay? You cannot say, oh, I'm gonna start with cheap info products and, you know, like have a bunch of really whack followers that are all broke and now I transition into premium price. It's not gonna work, right? That's why it's important to nail that from the beginning on and say, this is how I'm positioning myself, that later on allows me to build upon that foundation and scale it more and more while the profits continue to be very, very high, right? So pay attention to that. And then proper pricing, I kind of mentioned that before already. Proper pricing is important because the higher your price, the more bought in the client will be too, right? How much buy-in will the client have from a $100 info product? Very low. Trust me, I've done a lot of info products myself, barely ever got results. Very sad to see as someone who creates that. Even if you just do it for the money, it's still sad to see that people don't get results. Same example here is YouTube video. How many people do you think will execute from this YouTube video and actually build their own coaching business to make money? Out of my own experience, 0.1%. The rest is just dabblers. Why? Because this YouTube video is for free. It doesn't cost you anything. Half of the people have already stopped watching it. That's sad. Because there's no leverage in there. Of course, it's a free video. You're like, oh, I'll dabble it. I'm bored. Let me go watch a cat on a skateboard, you know? So if I would charge you $3,000 to watch this one video, we were talking, like that's where we're talking. That's where we would see a lot more results because people would be like, yeah, I paid $3,000. Even if it's the exact same information, they would better damn be sure that they'll be executing that, right? Proper pricing and obviously proper sales process, okay? That I kind of touched on that before. If you have like a webinar and a chatbot funnel, it's all automated, that sales process is not proper. That will not allow you to ask for these high prices and actually get sales in. With proper sales process, it means get these people on the phone and close them, right? Yeah, maybe it takes an hour or two of your time, but you're getting $2,500 if that is your price. Or let's say you're doing online service providing, right? You build websites, you build funnels for someone else. You can easily make 5, 6, 7K with one close from being on the phone for an hour or two. That is very, very high profit, right? So yeah, proper sales process. Later on, as you're scaling that, you can now make key hires, right? Where you say, okay, I don't even want to sell myself anymore. I'm just the face of this, and I have a salesperson, sales representative, sell for me, right? You can make key hires of saying people, okay, I don't want to do administrative work. Or you make key hires saying, okay, I want to have someone who helps me with the coaching. So less and less you'll be working, again, in the business, you'll be working more and more on the business. And the crazy thing is, you'll end up making more money and you yourself are doing less. And that is how you build a proper, legit business. And that is why the profit margins are so extremely high for online coaching, online service providing. Okay, so you got to understand that once you start delegating things, it's going to be even easier. But even before that, on a base level, if it's just you can easily get to 4 to 5 figures a month and keep almost all that money because it's almost all pure profit for you. All right. So when you say you're ready to get started as an online coach, you like the idea of having very, very high profit margins while being your own boss, while having the time and the freedom to maybe travel the world as you're doing that, and you're also helping people, then you can literally jump on a free consultation call with me or with an expert from my team to get started. All you have to do is you click that link down in the description below. That link brings you to a page. All right. Read what's on that page because it's really important information for you to get started. And then at the bottom of that page, you can fill out the application form and then you can book the exact date and time where you want us to call you. Okay, that call is entirely for free, no hidden costs whatsoever, but it is for action takers only. All right, so if you have a skill and you want to learn how to monetize it as a service provider or as an online coach, then this obviously is for you. All right, if you're already making money but you want to scale it properly, you want to have higher profits, right, then this call is also for you. And also, if you say you like the idea of getting high profits as an online coach, but you don't know what it is that you could be providing people with, you don't know the value that you could be giving people, then this call is also for you. Okay, we can analyze your strengths. We know we can tell you what exact model fits well for you. We know the processes. We know the market. Right, we can help you get started. But I have to say, this is important for you to take action now. These slots for these free consulting calls, they go very, very fast, okay? Because of course, it's a free call. More and more people jumping on that opportunity. Our channel is growing, so if the link in the description still works, it means we still have spots open. We will try our best to have as many spots open as possible, but they do fill up very, very fast usually, all right? So you got to take action. And like I said, this video itself has been a complete waste of your time unless you execute that. And a great way to execute that is to book a free consultation call with us right now. So maybe talk to you on the phone very, very soon. We'll get you started, all right? And yeah, thank you so much for watching. Talk to you soon, and GG.